Hello Buzz Nation, thank you for always coming back to watch our videos, and thank you so much that you have subscribed and you are part or you are a citizen of this nation. So we are here again to add fire to your doubts about Senegal. And then when this guy Bassirou Diomaye Diakhar Faye was elected president, people are like, wow, this guy is he good? Is he a puppet? And all that. Then we saw people starting to spread propaganda online. Some saying that Diomaye Faye has ordered the French soldiers to leave. Wow, that is not happening. I didn't know the reason that it's not happening. On Friday, we had Emmanuel Macron. Last Friday, before even the inauguration, which was on a Tuesday, we saw Emmanuel Macron calling this guy, and they talked for 30 minutes. So we are going to listen to this video by Monsieur Christophe Bois-Bouvier, who is the Assistant Director of Radio France International, and this is what he said.
We learned that in fact, Diomaye Faye and Emmanuel Macron spoke to each other last Friday for 30 minutes on the phone, and that on this occasion, the French president hoped for revitalization of Senegal-France relations. I think we also learned that apparently, for the moment, there is no question of closing the French military base in Dakar. The 350 French soldiers. I admit that I'm surprised because I thought it would be one of the first measures that the new Senegalese regime would take. So I still remain cautious. What will become of the Senegalese soldiers, the French soldiers from the Dakar base? What will become of the American military as well? Many don't know it, but there is also a small American base in Dakar. It is still one of the signals that we are waiting for from the new regime.
So from that video, this is what we have picked. It is out of question of closing the French military base in Dakar with 350 French soldiers. It could be more. And you know, when they talk about these French soldiers in Senegal, they usually say that they are here to train the Senegalese soldiers. Okay.
For all these years, these guys have never gotten the proper
So
training.
then he says that he's surprised because he thought that these guys would start by sending the French soldiers packing out of the Dakar base. But he also asked what will happen to the American soldiers. And we are like, they are American soldiers in Senegal. Wow. He says many don't know it, but there's a small American base in Dakar. It's still one of the signals that we are much waiting for the new regime. You see? So those are the two things that we get from that. The soldiers are not going anywhere, and we have a base in Dakar, from American base in Dakar.
And what does this mean to the sovereignty of Senegal?
Senegal.
It means that, for me, if they were really to stay, like if these guys would not even talk about this story, to me it means that then France is controlling, because how do you have a whole army of another country, you know, a foreign country in your, especially your colonizer? There's no way you are supposed to allow that.
Unless it's a two-way, like we have
We
here
have
our
ours
own
in
military.
Senegal, yeah, in France, Senegalese in France, then you have yours, they are here for some exchange program, then they will go back, then that is reciprocal. But if you are telling me that you are training my soldiers for all these years and my soldiers have never gotten the proper training, and you feel that there's a need for you to continue staying in my country, then that would be a big loss for Senegal, because Diomaye Faye, that is the biggest assignment that he has. America, France, get out. Like we've seen
Like,
in years.
I don't know what they talked about, but he needed maybe to restart this. Like, go back home, then we restart it. But
Yeah,
we don't know
let's
what we
start
talk.
from a clean. I'm a whole different person. I'm not your Macky Sall. If we have to create relations, let us start from scratch. If we are sending in your soldiers to come and train in our army bases, then we are starting from zero, a clean sheet. And the terms and conditions for your soldiers to come here will be clear, because this is a whole new regime.
Yeah.
And Macron should not treat them as, you know, his
They'll-
previous
they'll-
puppets, you know. And people,
But he said he wants to revitalize with France and Senegal relations.
you know, people have been saying that I think we're putting pressure on
Diomaye Faye.
Diomaye Faye and Sonko, because these guys have been democratically elected, unlike your Traorés, and they don't belong to the army. You know, Traorés and Assimi Goïta and Tiani, those are army strong men who know what they want. They take orders and they give out orders. So for these ones, they are saying that maybe it's about time we give them more time to have strategies. That because for them it won't be easy to say, get out, do this, do this. They are following the democratic.
Because they don't know if even the military leaders are compromised.
You know, so so they have to follow their democracy. They have to go according to democracy, and we don't know when and how long this democracy will lead us to the freedom that we need for Senegal.
But what I don't like is this military training, because, you know, if before colonization, Africans had their own military. They had their way of fighting. You know, they trained in their own way. Why don't we start by training our own people our own way, or we find our own way, we make our own things, we fight with our own things, rather than being trained by the same person who is exploiting us.
But they never train us. They're just here training.
Even if they train, they won't train you to be better than them.
Of course.
You see?
Yeah.
So it's
that
actually
doesn't make sense. For me, I was really hoping that this guy would say, Sonko would say, remember we said no CFA franc, we are still on that. We don't need your army, please. If we need to get you guys help, we will ask for it. For now, just go back. You know, we don't need you.
We don't need your training. That is...
All of these people are sitting in meetings that are in the ministries and eavesdropping on whatever Senegal is doing, this French. For now, please, we will invite you if we need to invite you in some of these businesses that we have. But let us be a sovereign nation. Let us be Senegal. We are new here. We want to do the job according to our ways.
But it's commendable that in the inauguration, we never saw those, you know, external people, external foreigners.
They were hiding something.
I don't know.
Maybe
But
the cameras didn't point at them.
Yeah,
These guys are clever.
but the majority are the people of Africa. Yeah, we never saw them. And then this is a photo, as in that they talk.
ECOWAS meeting is full of French.
But now, seeing that the kicking the military out is out of question, is a put off. But what do? We wait and see. Guys, let us know what you think. Is it disappointing? Is it... Anyway.
Are you still waiting?
If you'd like to support us, there's a link, PayPal donation link on the description, and also buy us coffee. Please support our work.
We shall see you in the next one.
Bye bye.